Then there's Vegas. Dun, dun.
All right. So I'm looking at, there is a slate of games this weekend, and we're going to get into the Niners and Steelers in a second, but we're going to have fun because I don't know anything about betting, and I feel like the novice here at this station because everybody knows everything about gambling and betting and everything. So let's have some fun here. I know nothing about it. I want to have some fun, but I want to be responsible because I want to preach responsible gambling, and so I don't want to bet the whole house.
Yep.
I'm going to start with 100 units. All right?
100 units.
100 units,
Write this
Bonte.
down, Lubman. Write this down.
I'm writing it down right now. 100 units. Now, I'm looking. There are games galore. Now, the NFL Week 1 tends to be very difficult. I like betting on college football. I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because early in the season in the NFL, I feel like you can get tricked.
Yeah. My rule is in the NFL, I never bet on Week 1.
Really?
I never bet Week 1 in the NFL because wacky things happen.
Okay.
Wacky things happen. So I love college football gambling. I love team totals. I love spreads. I love first half spreads. I like first half over-unders, first quarter over-unders. Yes, I'm a degenerate. I can be a degenerate. So college football, fair game, especially if you know it. Because when the top of the top are really, really good, they're going to smoke teams.
Okay, so I was looking at Texas and Bama earlier this week, and I saw some spread saying that Alabama is favored by 7. Okay? Favored by 7. Right. So that means they would start the game 7-0. Mm-hmm. And if Texas, can keep it within 7 points, Texas wins and I would lose, correct?
Right, correct.
I want to go with Alabama. And the reason why I want to go with Alabama.
And you want to give them the 7.
Just hear my thinking here. And before we go, what do you think? 25? You said 25 units?
25 units.
All right, I'm going to write this down. 25 units. Give me the most accurate number right now. Like when I see a 7.5, they call the 0.5 the hook.
The hook. The hook of death.
Why is that?
Because that hook, if you're winning by 7, that hook is a determinator. The hook of death is something you want to just stay away from. A lot of people in gambling buy the hook, so they don't have to deal with the hook. Okay. At 0.5. It is a dangerous 0.5. You see a lot of first quarter spreads. Okay. Like first quarter over-unders, it'd be 14.5 or 13.5. And at 13.5, you're like, oh, yeah, there's going to be 2 touchdowns. But remember, a lot of teams miss extra points these days, and that would crush it. I've lost on that so many times. So I try to stay away from hooks. Okay. Well, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm looking at some of the live. I see 7. I see 7-point spread. So we're going to go with 7 as of right now. I'm going to place my bet this morning. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Bonte, here's my theory before I get to why I'm taking them. All right. 7 points. Alabama in Alabama. It's Sark. Name the last time Sark won a big game ever. Yeah.
He was a disappointment at USC. He was a disappointment at Washington. Now, I know the guy can recruit. He can recruit like no other. How do you get Archie Manning to be on the sidelines and be the backup?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
But he's going to go into Alabama, and he's going to stay with it. And I don't even like the Alabama quarterback this year. I think it's a big test.
Milroe?
Yeah, but I love Alabama in general, and I love Saban putting it on one of his former assistants.
And after last year, it was a really, really tough game in Austin, Texas. Really a game they should have lost.
They should have.
Alabama. So I think there's going to be a revenge factor, and it's going to be a welcome to the SEC moment for Texas, who will be in the SEC starting next season. I like Bama. It's a lot of points, but I like Bama. I wouldn't bet against Bama. I would bet on Bama. I'm not mad at the pick.
I like them in this particular matchup, and I want to see Quinn Ewers do it because I think he's dramatically overrated.
Right.
He's a solid player. I'm just not feeling him, though. Like, we're talking about him like he's one of these, can't-miss prospects. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I just don't see it, and I think Texas is still a year away.
So we have 25 units on Bama.
25 units
minus the 7
on Bama.
So Bama needs to win by 8 points in order for you to win this bet.
So Bama, yes. So plus 7, Bama. I'm writing this all down.
I could see Bama winning 30-20, 30-29, or 30-21, 30-17. I like the bet. I'm not mad at that.
No, people are calling it a square bet already. What does that even mean?
Square bet it's a chalky bet. Because the public's going to bet on Bama. And you tend to want to stay away from the public. Because public is just basically casual bettors. They don't look at the inside information. They don't look at the injury reports. They just say, oh, it's Alabama, and it doesn't matter who plays. It's just Bama, the name on the jersey. We're going to just bet on them. Clemson was like that a couple years ago, and it was like, oh, boy, Clemson's starting to fade, which is why I stayed away from Clemson Monday night against Duke. Originally, I was like, oh, Clemson against Duke Monday night? Clemson. Now, you know what? This is a little tricky, so I stayed away from it. So it's a square bet, but, you know what? You're square when it comes to gambling right now, so it's okay.
Is there any other way to make your first bet than to be super squarey?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Now, what other bet do you have?
Well, I was looking at different matchups, and I'm looking at this Nebraska-Colorado matchup.
I like that.
Okay, now do you have the most accurate line on that now?
I'm looking up right
Please
now.
Pull it up.
Colorado. Now, this game, Colorado -3.
Colorado -3
against Nebraska. And a lot of people. Last week, everybody was betting on Colorado, and they were receiving 21 points.
Which is insane.
Insane, right? They're giving 3 this week to a Nebraska team that lost 13-10 against Minnesota in their opener. Now, Nebraska's physical. They have a quarterback in Sims who's mobile. And we know Colorado's defense needs some work. They do. They're susceptible to the run game. But they have an offense that is explosive. And they got speed. I tell you what I'm doing in the morning.
I like Matt Rule
o'clock.
in this one, though.
Really? You're going to take
I just
Nebraska?
think to keep it close. Keep it close.
Wow, that would be a great gutsy pick.
What do you think?
That would be bucking the trend.
But, I mean, am I going to use more units up?
No, you just use 25.
So another 25. All right.
Use 25. So you're going to take Nebraska.
Well, I like them to keep it close. Not that Colorado's not going to win. I just think everyone's going to go with Colorado, and I kind of like Matt Rule in this one.
Ooh.
Matt Rule's a good college coach.
He's not bad. He's all
You're not liking that.
I tell you what I'm doing. I'm smashing Colorado. I'd rather lose on Prime than bet against Prime. I don't want to be an unbeliever. I want to be a believer.
Okay,
I'm believing in Prime.
Be my determination
Mediator.
here, Sam. Before we get back into
Who's the mediator here?
Are you gonna? Should I go with Colorado and listen to Bonte? Like, how does this work? You usually get influence on picks.
I'm not going to tell you what I do. I don't get it. No, here's my theory when it comes to gambling. If you're betting your money, then go with what you want to go with. Don't let anybody else make the bet for you. Like, you get all these people who call insiders or listen to insiders, and they're like, oh, well, this guy's betting this, so I'm going to ride him. No. It's like Fortenbaugh, right? We called him Joe Fatenbaugh. I'm Faten Ball. I'm Faten Joe Fortenbaugh. No matter what, my money, my pick, I'm going with what I want to do. I would rather lose my money by doing what I want to do. That's just the way I operate. So you can either do a parlay or you could just do single bets. Let's do the single bet here. Single bet.
I'm going to go with my second one. And you know what? I'm going to go with Colorado.
Go with Colorado. So you're going with Colorado -3.
Okay.
Would you rather bet on Prime? Would you rather root up for Colorado? Who wants to root for Matt Rule in Nebraska?
All right.
Cornhuskers. Don't you want to ride with Shador and Shiloh and Travis Hunter and Dylan Edwards and this great speedy Colorado team?
All right. So my first ever couple bets here. After the 100 units, we're going to go 25 on Bama, 7 points. 25 on Colorado, 3 points.
Let's get the tweet out, Lubman, when you get a chance at the break. We'll tweet out Morning Roast. Shasky's first ever bets. Colorado -3, Alabama -7. Book it, lock it. I'm riding with you, Shasky. I'm riding with you this weekend. We're taking Colorado. We're taking Bama. Now, later on, we'll get into teasers, parlays, everything.
No, this is just dipping my toe in the jacuzzi.
Dipping your toe in it. First ever bets for Joe Shasky the Butcher. Alabama -7, Colorado -3. Let us know on YouTube, Twitch, or the Xfinity mobile text line.
How broke am I going to be this year?
Oh, you're going to win money.
You think so?
Oh, we're going to be rich.